Welcome back to the Millennial Matriarch podcast. This is one of your hosts, ATD. I've got my talented, beautiful, business-minded, entrepreneurial co-host here. Say hi.
Hi.
Listen, y'all, this is a very, very, very special episode. And here's why. Because today we're doing what we call a full mouthful.
The whole mouth.
We're going to take our Millennial Mouthful segment and we're going to stretch it across the whole episode. Because you know what? The last few, while extremely important, deep, they were tough topics. They were heavy topics.
Heavy.
Our last one, a little lighter because we got to talk to the beautiful Mackenzie. But we thought this is going to come out Thanksgiving week. It's going to come out. What do they call that night before Thanksgiving? Don't they call
The night
that
before
something?
Thanksgiving?
No, but it's like the night where everybody goes out.
Yeah, it's like if you, so not me because I have always gone away.
Right. To be
But,
clear,
like, it's like-
not us.
Not us, but like, the hometown hotties, when they're back home,
Yes.
all go out to like the bars they went to in high school underage and they like
Uh-huh.
get after it. Now I do the I do the getting after it, but I do it in Utah with my family.
With your family. That's fine. No, I feel the same way. I haven't been like home, like to my hometown in quite a few years for Thanksgiving. Like I've been with family, but I haven't
Yeah, what have you
necessarily
been
been
doing?
home. I've been to like, my husband's parents' house. I've been to, we've also done, last year we did a low key year because we had just gotten married 2 weeks before.
Yeah.
So we
Wait,
literally
so what
didn't-
did you do?
I think we just like, I made like a nice meal and we hung out at home and I didn't feel like
I
sad
love
about it because
it.
we had just had the wedding. Like it was nothing, but I feel like this is going to come out the night before Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Alexis and I, first of all, it's happy hour. Alexis
Yes,
and I have made ourselves
cheers.
some drinks. If you're on our YouTube channel, check out what we've made. I've got a dirty, filthy whore trash martini. Why is it trashy? Because there's not only olive juice, there's pickle juice.
Yes. You got to do a hot and dirty. You got to do it with the banana pepper juice.
Yeah. What do you have, Alexis?
Well, I just have the rest of a bottle of Juggernaut Cab Sauv. However,
Yeah.
I have already uncorked this beautiful Lambrusco from my Looper Thumb Wine Club subscription.
She's already aerating the second bottle, which is ready for her when she runs out of her first
I
glass.
just had this is not a glass. This is like a swivel. This is like what they put in the when you go to church and you get like the what's it? Oh my God, my dad's gonna kill me. When
The
you
chalice?
Yes, but what is it? Oh my God, communion. This is like what they put in the chalice. I'm not drunk. This whole conversation sounds like
It
we're
hasn't
drunk.
kicked in yet. But yeah, we hope that maybe you're getting ready to go out the night before Thanksgiving. You're listening to us. Like, oh, that would be like dream
What a
state.
dream.
The perfect episode for this to happen because we're just going to yap, talk about what's going on in our lives, talk about what we love, what we hate. It's still silly. It's still slutty. It's still just like us. But today it's a full mouthful.
Full mouthful. I'm trying so hard not to make really sexual jokes, but just fill her up, Ashlie. Fill her up.
I think we can just mark the episode as explicit and you just go ahead and say what you want to say. I have so many random pop culture, like also just like off the wall random things to chat about today. But
Let's do it.
I think the first one we can cover off on is what we're watching. I know we've talked a lot about that, but I realized last week that you were rewatching Scandal, and so was I, slowly but surely.
Yes.
I think we're on the same season. I think you're a little bit behind me, season 4.
I'm still on season 3. I didn't finish season 3. I have seen the first like 5 seasons of Scandal and then I fell off.
Same.
So I did actually appropriately start this rewatch at S1E1 back in July because nothing says help me emotionally get through planning a wedding like let's fucking watch Olivia Pope.
Which, if you know her, Alexis, is not on brand. She doesn't usually do start a rewatch season 1, episode 1. So, holy shit.
I prefer to live in the chaos. So starting in the middle is typically where I like it. But we started at S1E1 and I'm now on season 3. And I actually can tell you the episode I just watched because I just was in the bathtub. I felt like before I sat down to record this lovely podcast, I needed a bath. Yes, I like that you raised your hand.
Can I tell you, my family and I, when, like, things are getting, like, very, like, loud and, like, a lot of people are talking at once, sometimes, like, I'll just raise my hand.
That's honestly so thoughtful. I should try
And my
that.
mom will go, Ashley, did you have anything to add?" Um, that's just a little bit we do. But also, hi, mom. I think she's listening. Um,
Hi, I'm coming to the summer party.
hell yeah. Do you have, like, a tray for the bath and you, like, put your, like, iPad and your
Yes. I don't think you oh my god, you clearly have not seen I am like a professional bath taker. My bathroom upstairs is I have salt lamps, I have bath trays, I have bath bombs, I have candles, I have dried flowers hanging from the shower head.
Oh, that's so
I I have problems. I have a bubbler, like, not like a jacuzzi thing that you plug into the outlet. I have a bath pillow. I have the Epsom salts. I don't think you understand.
Have you seen those, TikTok creators that they just do, like, bath content?
No, but TikTok, please serve me bath content.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you some things. There's one girl in particular who, like, does it thematically, like, based on time of
Yes.
year. So she'll do, like, a Halloween, and she always puts, like, bath bombs that are the color of, like, the theme.
I love a bath bomb. I am 33 years old and I love a freaking bath bomb. I love baths.
I do too, but I as a big girl, I require a large tub. Like, I feel like I'm always tits out.
I am tits out too, but I think that's because we have giant tits.
Fair
But
enough.
what I do to make up for it is I put in a lot of bubble bath. So then it like covers my tatas. But what I love about my bathtub at this house is that it's definitely a little bigger than your standard tub. It's not like, like my husband and I aren't getting in there together. Like it's not a two-person tub. It's a one-person tub. And I hope all of my family just fast forwards over that. Like we're not doing that. We're not getting in the tub together at home. That's like a hotel activity.
I think that's what they want to hear. I don't think that they
Yeah.
wanna hear that you're, like, constantly, like, bathing together, but, like, whatever,
Ew,
you're
that's gross. No, no, I don't wanna like, okay, so Margaret Josephs on The Real Housewives of New Jersey, her and Joe showered together every morning. Get out of my fucking
Yes.
shower. I don't want you in there.
I guess, like sorry, I was taking a sip. I guess it's, like, an intimacy thing, like, oh, like,
No!
there's this moment to before the day starts, you have, like, this moment together, even if it's not sexual, like, you're hanging out together.
No!
Okay, no sale, no sale.
No,
I'm not saying I do it
literally,
either.
I'm gonna tell you this. My husband knows if we're in the shower together, it's typically because we're conserving time and we're like in a hotel because I literally there is nothing I want to do less than be in the shower with somebody else. That's my time.
And evidently the bath.
in the bath. You know what? It's just me and my dirty water.
You like to go swimming alone too? You're like, "Any body of water, I wanna be alone
Well,
with my
it's
thoughts."
actually funny that you say that because last weekend or 2 weekends ago, I was at my best friend's bachelorette and I looked at her and it was kind of like, like on the bachelorettes, you'll hit like that weird pre-dinner lull where you kind of like are on your own. And I looked at her and I said, "Can I go to the beach or can I go to the pool?" And she looked at me and she goes, "You can go in the pool. You can't go to the beach by yourself." And I was in that pool, splishing around with my white wine and my 2 vapes, and I had a grand
Did you ask because you wanted to know, like, should I stay nearby or can I
Yeah, I just know that she gets nervous when I'm left feral without a leash.
Oh, okay, well,
So
then
I because it was her bachelorette, I said, "Biffy, what what's gonna make you comfortable? What can Lexi do?" And she said, "Please stay at the house."
she's like, "Please don't wander, I beg of you."
Literally.
That's cute. So Scandal, you're on
Yes.
season 3. Is it weird that, like, it's not a comforting topic, but it's kind of turning it into a comfort show? Like, there's something about Olivia Pope, like, handling it, no pun intended, that I'm like, "Ooh, cozy. I'm home. I'm ready to hear her destroy some shit."
Don't talk to me about comfort shows because I watched season 3 of Monsters, the Ed Gein story, and thought that was a comfort show.
We touched on that lightly. I didn't think it was a comfort show. Jesus Christ.
I will also say this because we put a pin in this. I did post Bachelorette, where Biffy also gave me my freaking period, um, I did come home and I watched all 4 episodes of the extended Gilmore Girls. Not hitting. Not hitting, not hitting, not hitting. I'm gonna
I've
say it here.
never rewatched it. I watched it the one time with my girlfriends, and I've never I don't I'm not saying I won't, I just haven't been drawn to it.
As somebody with a recently deceased parent, it's too heavy on the Richard death. It's too focused around Richard not being alive that I
Right.
just was like that when I watched it at the time, it was nostalgic because I didn't have any dead parents
But because he passed in real life,
in real
right, he
life.
was the only cast member that wasn't didn't a
Yes.
consistent cast member that didn't make an appearance, so it's like they, had to set it up for, the storyline, but then they spent, a lot of time on it, yeah.
Yeah, and I also do think that they honored him beautifully. I just had already honored him when it came out the first time.
Right.
But Scandal, comfort show.
Okay, good. I'm glad you agree. You said something the other day, when we were offline about, offline. Is that the stupidest thing you've ever said?
We weren't recording. That is offline.
You said something about, rewatching what you need in the moment,
Mhm.
and, I think that I started rewatching it because I, for whatever
Needed to feel
reason,
like a
even
bad
though I
bitch.
yeah, I just needed to watch, a strong protagonist. I just,
Nobody
felt
is
the
strong
urge.
like Olivia Pope.
No, you're
No,
right.
like, and I okay, now that we're in this, I actually wrote a note and I'm gonna read off my 3 notes to you really quickly
Okay.
because this is all the prep that I did for this week's episode.
Okay.
The first one, Papa Pope slash morally gray men.
Oh, yes. Say
The
more.
second one, President Fitz. Third, Olivia, because I have so many theories on Olivia. We're actually going to go bottom up. So I'm obsessed with Olivia Pope all the way through. But season 1, you are obsessed with her and her strength in a way that is unnatural. And I think that's the point. Because then as the seasons progress, you're kind of pulling back the curtain. And let me tell you, season 3 is when my morally gray daddy, Papa Pope, comes on the scene. And this
Mhm.
is when you're able to, you learn more about Olivia, her dad, her mother, the dynamic. You learn more about how President Fitzgrant got to be the president. And, season 2 ends with defiance and, how they stuff the ballot boxes and all that.
Mhm.
Um, and truthfully, I'm going to say it. I love every single character on Scandal, even the ones that you're not supposed to like, because Shonda Rhimes, I bow at the altar. She
Mhm.
is an incredible writer and storyteller, and every single character is likable and not likable. And that means she's done her job, including Olivia.
Yeah, now I'm, running through the Rolodex, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think, even during times of, I always forget the attorney general's name, even though he's had his moments of, he being, the bad guy in the episode, he's not really, he wears the white hat for PL.
David,
David
David, we love
Rosen,
David,
right?
David Rosengard,
But I'm
Rosenblanche.
even thinking about, yeah, some of the more challenging character I don't you know what?
Cyrus, we could do a whole episode on Cyrus,
Cyrus, I love, you're right, even though
but
he's,
you love him and you hate him.
totally I don't her mom, though.
Okay, so her mom, I always
There's not much to like,
there
except actually, I take that back.
I think you just love that I think the thing that you like about the mother is that she loves her daughter.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. I was like, actually, I take that back. Her redeeming quality is that despite all the bad things she's done and did, she actually, in season 4, facilitates something that,
Yes.
is because of
I
the
mean,
love of her daughter, so
you don't have to I mean, I will say
that's
this,
true.
I've
You've
seen
seen it.
it. I've seen
Well,
it.
when Olivia gets kidnapped and is being held
Yes.
hostage, um
The
her
newspaper of it all.
mother her mother poses as herself, which is a global terrorist, to get into a this is gonna sound what I'm about to say for anyone who hasn't watched it. Her mother poses as a terrorist, which she actually is,
Is
in order to get into a black market auction to buy back her daughter to get her out of potential, sex trafficking. I'm not
Yeah,
that's a very brief summation, there's a lot more to it, but
which
yeah, it's like she'll do anything for her kid.
and to tie it back to Ed Gein, all he wanted was his mother to love him.
Right.
So there's something about a mother's love.
About a mother's love.
I saw on the TikTok a clip that was like, my husband, I'll be like, "Can you do the dishes?" And he'll be like, "No." And then you'll be like, "F you." And he's like, "Whatever." But then it's like President Grant is like, "I can't breathe without you. I think about you all day long. I am a man because you made me one." And I'm like, "Where can I get?" I love him. And do you know what it is? Because I'm going to tell you this, and it's back to a podcast that I made you listen to, Sex with Emily episode. This is what I love about President Fitz is that he is the commander and fucking chief. And there's something so sexy and powerful about that. But then he
Mhm.
has this soft side with Olivia. But then when he has to come in and be her commander in chief, not just in the bedroom,
He commands her and chiefs.
and he commands her and chiefs her, and it's just like it's the affair we're all rooting for.
At this point in the season I'm in, everybody fucking knows. Like, it doesn't
I mean,
even matter.
everybody knows. And also, I'm going to stand down in this. Melly needs more credit. Melly is Oh, I love
Yeah,
Melly. I don't know if I think it's season 1 when Olivia is fixing the reverend who died whilst porking his concubine with the second
correct.
family. And
Yeah.
Melly sits down with her and there's this exchange. Sorry, Melly sits down with his wife and there's this exchange where Melly is like, "You're going to get up there and you're going to be his wife because you have raised his kids and you've stuck by him and you've." Eh, I love Melly. There's not one character I don't like,
Love her too. I do wish that we could get her a better wig.
which all of the seasons.
It's season 4 and, like, we're still rocking a bad wig. Now, I don't know if she was doing another role at the time and couldn't use her natural hair. That's not my business. But I just feel like by season 4, this show was rolling
We needed
in
better hair.
millions, and I just feel like we needed, like, slightly better hair. That said, that has
Do you think
nothing to
that's the
do with.
point? Do you think that's artistic direction?
What do you mean? Like, she's supposed to look, like, a little dowdy? Like, a little, like, not as,
A little
like,
put
sexy
on.
and beautiful as
No, a little
Olivia?
put on.
Maybe.
Because Melly plays the role of the first lady, and she knows that she plays the role of the first lady.
And what's wrong with the wig for me, just personal
Yeah.
you're acting like you don't even know what I'm talking about.
No, I
So,
do. I
okay.
do.
What's wrong with the wig for me is it's too perfect, but
Yes.
yeah, maybe that like it
Maybe that.
but, like, to me like, I can tell, I'm like, "That's not her hair." Like, and
Yes.
that's fine, but, like, we can do better. Shonda. It's not Shonda's call. Shonda has nothing to do with
It
this.
might have been, because guess what? If Shonda was like, "I want her to have this perfect wig," which could be
Okay.
a play on all the presidents back in the day who had their wigs.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just
yeah.
thought of
Okay.
that.
I
I
see
just
your
thought of
point.
that. I could be wrong, though. Could just be a bad wig.
And she knows that she's, like you said something like she's better, like she's, like I don't know, you said something and I was like, "Yeah," but, like, she knows it. Like, I'm
Yes.
at the point where
She knows her role.
she's told Fitz, like, "I wanna be the next president, and you're gonna set me up for it." And, like, I feel like those are the seasons I didn't get to that I'm so excited
Okay.
to get to.
Yeah.
I'm also definitely sexually attracted to Fitzgerald Grant.
I mean, we all are, and he's not even my type.
Yeah, people don't know what the fuck we're talking about. Like, Scandal came out many
A
years
long
ago
time.
before the presidency was what it is. So it's like when Alexis is talking about like position of power and blah, 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 it's a role many of us looked up to once upon a time.
Yeah. I mean, not now, but anyway, we digress. It's not that kind
It's
of
a
podcast
character.
yet.
Don't read too much into it, okay?
Always say this, and I think Fitz and Olivia is a perfect example, and I think Margaret Joseph and her husband Joe are also another example of people who cheat, but you root for them because it also doesn't feel wrong to them because you cannot deny Fitz loves Olivia. Like when he builds that house and he flies her, well, I guess flies her sounds more romantic when he summons her via helicopter. And it's like, this is the house I built for you, for our family that we're never gonna have. And then they go to Pound Town in front of the fire, which I have so many problems with on that shag rug. Um,
Okay. From like a hygienic standpoint?
no, I just like it's one of those things where I think that's a fantasy I thought I had until I put my foot on a shag rug at the ripe old age of probably I'm not gonna say anything, so I don't wanna talk about how over sexualized I was at a young age, but, like, I just don't it's the rug for me, I think.
Okay.
Not the fire, it's the rug.
Don't yuck my yum.
Not gonna yuck your yum. I'm not gonna yuck your yum. I love how much he loves her.
Yeah, me too. And you know what also, like, adds to her strength as a character is, like, there have been multiple and I'm only at season 4, but there have been multiple windows of opportunity for her to take Vermont, and she's been the one to say no because she cares more about the state of democracy, the fact that she, did things that were not so on the up and up to get him elected, like, like, it's that's more important in the moment than for them to just escape their lives and go to this palatial, fantasy that is actually real, but that they can't get to.
But it's also kind of a reminder that all anybody wants at the end of the day is to be loved and accepted for who they are.
Which as a viewer, even though I love Olivia and all the things I just said about her, which is why I'm like, "Girl, take Vermont."
But I think we can also do the role reversal of like, Olivia, be with Jake Tapper, be with somebody that is gonna just like be with you and be open and in that relationship. Wait, not Jake Tapper.
It's City of
Not Jake,
Ballard, but that's okay. Jake Jake Ballard.
Jake
It doesn't
Tapper.
matter. Keep
Jake
going.
Tapper. You know who Jake Tapper is, right? We're gonna keep it
No,
moving.
I have no idea.
Well, he's actually Google Jake Tapper really quickly. He's a CNN reporter.
Perfect. It's a Freudian slip.
Sorry, Jake Ballard. Jake Ballard is also morally gray. And I think that's the point. Every single person on Scandal is morally gray. Every single person.
There was a point in the episode I watched last night. There was like a moment I was watching it where I was like, there are so many webs that like I as a viewer can't even remember all of the webs that are going to make this like go really bad.
But I think that's what's the beauty of a rewatch is that you have the context that the viewer doesn't have at the first watching. So you can kind of do those callbacks.
Mhm.
And, like, you can see the foreshadowing and you can kind of see, it's kind of like when you reread your favorite book, you always pick up something you didn't notice the first time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Can I tell you there's maybe been like 4 books in my entire life that I've reread.
What are they? I don't care.
I'm just saying, like, I'm not like, I will literally be like the other day I did, like a little video for my TikTok about, like, the 5 books I've read recently, and, like, 2 of them were 10 out of 10, and I literally was like, "This would be, like, a book that I would reread," but it's like, I know I'm not gonna reread.
Wait, you gave 2 books 10s out of 10s?
Yeah.
Wow.
I've read a lot this year, Alexis.
But also, first of all, I only ever rate my books based on the Goodreads stars, so that's
Can
5.
I tell you, I wasn't even rating them, it's just I wanted to emphasize how much I loved this particular book.
Yeah. What were the books?
It's called The Only One Left by Riley Sager.
Okay.
Um, I just read that for my book club, and then I read, this book called Swept Away, which was, like, a random airport buy that I bought
Sometimes
for
those
the
are the best
honeymoon,
books.
and it, like, had a twist I didn't expect. It was really, really good. So, like, I was like, "Ooh, 10 out of 10." And then I was thinking, like, The Only One Left, like, I would definitely reread, but then I was like, I never go reread because when it comes to for me, when I'm looking at my, like, to read list,
Yeah.
it's so vast that I'm like, I'd rather spend my time like, as if I'm gonna die next week. I'm like, I'd rather spend my time reading something new, like, I already know what happened in this book. It's like, I don't feel the same way about books that I do about TV. Like, I was talking to my mom earlier, and I was like, I rewatch so much. Like, I rewatch so like, all the Real Housewives,
Ugh.
obviously Scandal, Sex and the
Gilmore
City, I
Girls.
just finished rewatching, Gilmore Girls, like, I am constantly watching a new show and simultaneously rewatching another show. I don't feel that way about books. For whatever reason, I love that book, I adore it, it will sit on my bookshelf forever. Some of my favorite books I've never even reread. Is that psycho?
No, it's just you. I reread books all the time because
Are you a
it's,
fast reader?
it depends, not compared to my sister. My sister's read, like, 93 books this year.
I am so my mother-in-law, shout out if you're listening,
Shout
is
out.
such a fast reader, and I envy it so much because I love books, I love to read, but I'm just
Are you a slow reader, or do you just not have time to sit down and read?
it's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
I think, like, I read slowly, and then I will like, I'll take in, like, 50 pages in one sitting, but, like, it takes me a long time, and then for whatever reason, I put it down and I don't come back. But this year has been different. This year, I had a goal of reading 12 books, and I've already doubled that. I'm
Proud
so
of
proud of
you.
myself. I'm
Yeah, I mean,
so proud of
listen,
myself.
that is more than a book a month.
Yeah, and audiobooks too.
That's
But
okay, I do audiobooks. I do
yeah,
them all.
I can listen to an audiobook and read a physical book, like, simultaneously, which has sort of, I think, doubled my
Yeah.
intake, which has been
So I
good.
get this from so I come from a family of readers, like, we all read, like, me, my
That's
sister,
nice.
my dad, my mom, my aunts, my uncles, like, big like, we're all readers, and we
Yeah.
all read multiple books at once. So,
Yeah, that's crazy.
it is, but I also typically will read books that are in different genres at the same time. So, like, I'm always listening to an audiobook, and on if I'm listening to an audiobook 8 out of 10 times, it's a autobiography
Okay.
or a memoir.
Okay.
Um, and then I'll read, like, I like to read smut, I like to read true crime, I like to actually, I'm really into dark romance if I wanna let me tell you,
What's
I am a
dark
fair
romance? In the
what
context of books, you know?
dark romance in the context of books is like, I'm gonna penetrate you with a loaded gun. Like, you wanna talk about a morally gray character, these are, like, falling in love with, like, serial killers and stalkers and, like, kidnappers and
Okay.
yeah, what's funny? I don't have daddy issues either. Huh?
I think I'm reading a dark romance right now.
You might be. I can give you so many titles.
It's called Too Late by Colleen Hoover, and, like, it's kinda like that. It's, like, fucking
Colleen
twisted.
Hoover, don't get me started on her, she's not a dark romance girl, she's not a romance girl, oh god. I could do an entire episode on how problematic her trope is
I have so many of her books on
in
my bookshelf.
general, and I've
They're
read a
easy
bunch.
reads for me, like, I
Yeah,
do get through her books
beach
really
reads.
fast, and, I loved It Ends With Us, and I loved the movie.
I did really enjoy the movie. I did not read the book. I will also say this, if you wanna get into some dark romances, start with some mafia romances, they're lighter.
Like a sub-genre.
Well, let me tell you, it's like,
Alright, send me
uh
some recommendations.
yes, the Edge of Darkness trilogy, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
tell you,
I
read
don't know
it.
if I wanna get into it, but I'll try anything once.
I don't know, it depends because I mean, I'm the person that just told you that season 3 of Monsters, the Ed Gein story felt comforting.
Yeah, I'm gonna take your recommendation with a grain of salt, but like I said, I'll try it.
But I do love a morally gray man, which is why I love Papa Pope. I learned a new term yesterday. It's called a dark empath. And it basically is, if you know what an empath is, it's somebody who is, very in touch with other people's emotions and can feel them in a certain way. A dark empath is somebody who knows they do that and then uses it to their gain to be
Ew.
manipulative. And I think that that's a lot of the characters on Scandal. I think in order to be a great fixer, you have to be a great manipulator. I
Yeah.
think to be a great president, you have to be a great manipulator. I think to be a great chief of staff like Cyrus, you have to be a great manipulator.
What's the difference between a dark empath and a narcissist? Because isn't a narcissist able guys, I am not a medical professional. I am not a psychologist. I'm not a psychiatrist. I don't know. But isn't a narcissist someone who's able to yes, it's all about self, 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 but they're able to pick up on what other people are feeling and manipulate that easily in their favor.
But I think the difference is narcissists are more grandiose in terms of me, 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 their sense of
Okay.
self. A dark empath doesn't necessarily have a higher sense of self.
Okay. They're just twisted.
They're just, I mean, it's so interesting because it could be like, you could share something. How about this? You could tell me that you're allergic to ice cream, right? And as somebody who might be just a regular old empath, I'm going to know Ashley doesn't like ice cream. So I'm not going to eat ice cream around her. A dark empath might get mad at Ashley and want to make her feel bad and hang out with a group of people and say, Ashley, we're going to get ice cream. Do you want to come?
Mm. I
Knowing that
got you a
Ashley,
birthday cake. It's an ice cream cake.
it's an ice cream cake. So it's like you're using that insight negatively. You're not using that insight positively. is what I
Got it.
understood it. Now, again, I learned this term yesterday. I did a quick little research on the Chat GPT. I'm not a doctor yet. So
Research on the ChatGPT. We're in phase 1 of researching dark
dark
empathism.
empaths, but I
Empathy.
actually texted one of my best friends who's in school, just finished school right now, for psychology. And I was like, have you ever heard of the term dark empath? And she was like, tell me more. So she and I have been going back and
She's
forth.
gonna bring it up in her next
She's
class.
gonna be like, but it is just so interesting because it's like, not to go left, but there's two sides to every coin. Because typically you think of empaths as good people, but a dark empath wouldn't necessarily be a good person. They're not necessarily a bad person,
Okay, if you say so.
but I think it depends. I think some manipulation is good manipulation. We manipulate people all day long. You manipulate your husband. I manipulate my husband.
Yeah, probably. If we're being honest, just us
You and I
girls.
are PR majors. All we do is
That's
manipulate
true.
messaging
I mean,
for our careers.
marketing also is manipulation into a
Yes.
story that you want people to believe so that they feel compelled to buy the product. Oh, no.
Yes. You give them problems they didn't know they had that you need to solve so they buy your product.
Right. Right, because what are the pillars? It's like there's fear-mongering, and then there's, like, need,
What do
like,
you mean the
creating a
pillars?
I don't think I, like, learned this in a class, but there's, like, certain, like, roads in where
Yeah,
it's
there's
like
certain
you can try
tactics.
you can try fear, you can try, like, creating, like you just
Necessity,
said, a need that they don't actually need, but creating a need. Like, "Hey, isn't this a problem for you? Here's this thing that solves this."
simplicity as somebody who spent her entire career working in tech, simplicity and
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
things
yeah.
faster,
Yeah, it's among
cost.
that list.
Yeah, but anyway, now that we've gone
Um,
fully left.
yeah, I wanna talk about something that's, heavy on my heart,
Okay.
and it's that Hilary Duff is making music again.
I'm so happy. Mature,
It's so good.
so
The
good.
words hit me so hard,
Tell me
and,
about
like,
it.
when, like, when, like, those songs come out, I feel like Sabrina Carpenter has a lot of those songs or, like, Taylor Swift where it's, like, they say something, it's, like, brutal, and you're, like, dancing around to it, but you're, like, in, like, a happy marriage, like, you're, like but you
Yes,
still feel so connected to the message
it's like
of
the
the
Taylor
song,
Swift
like
breakup
right, like, my
effect.
husband isn't the first person I ever dated, like, I feel this song, and this is coming from a woman who's, like, I believe also in, like, a happy marriage, and she has children, blah,
Yes.
blah, blah.
Yeah,
The lyrics of this song are so fire, I beg you, if you haven't listened to it, like, this is
so
what the
good.
millennials have been training for. Ever
Yes.
since Lizzie McGuire came off the airwaves, ever since Metamorphosis album died down, this
Metamorphosis?
is what we've been waiting for, but doesn't it feel kinda metamorphosis-y?
Do you ever wonder what life was about? You can search the world and never figure it
Figure it
out.
out. I think that's actually from the Lizzie McGuire movie,
It
that song.
is. And what do you mean that was when we knew. That was when we knew.
No, you're right.
Sing to me,
You're right, you're right, you're
Paolo.
right.
Come on.
The timeline got mixed up. I just feel like that album Metamorphosis was incredible, and I am patiently waiting for, her to announce an album/tour. Get
Okay, if she tours, you and I should go
Yes,
because we have
everybody.
2 states.
StubHub scalpers, get the fuck out of my way. Do
Oh,
not ruin this for me.
okay.
I've been waiting.
She came
I
after
will pay
StubHub.
an obscene amount of money to go see this woman, and maybe I shouldn't say that out loud because that means the scalpers are gonna get all the
Actually,
tickets, and then they're
but I
gonna
think it's funny because you and I had this conversation because you were gonna go see Billie Eilish.
Yeah, yeah. So the other day, Alexis and I are having a business meeting, and my dad's with me here, and he comes in, he's like, "Hey, you wanna go to" he doesn't talk like this, I don't know why I'm saying that. He's like,
No,
"Hey,
it's okay, I'm okay with
you
it.
wanna go to Billie Eilish tonight at the Moody Center here in Austin?" And I was like, "Well, I mean, hell yeah, like, I love I like Billie Eilish a lot." He said and Alexis was present because
Yes, I was on the
she was
business
on the
meeting.
Zoom meeting and, was, like, chatting with us, and she was like, "Oh my god, you should go." We hang up, he tells me the tickets are, like, $600. I was like, "I don't like her that much."
You also already had non-refundable tickets to a comedy show.
That's correct. I was already $80 in the hole. I wasn't about to spend another 600 on top and I wanna be clear, 600 each. Not
Yeah.
600 total. I've paid $300 for a concert before.
No, for sure. So this is my favorite question. I randomly get asked this question, I feel like once a year. If you had to pay $600 per ticket for one ticket, who are you going to see? Clearly, it's not Billie Eilish.
Adele.
Oh, I love Adele. Yeah, totally worth
Adele
it.
is my North Star. Adele I have seen her in concert.
Incredible, me too. Wait. We went on the same tour, but you had moved to San Francisco. I saw her in Boston. You
Yes.
saw her in San Francisco. Wow,
It
my
was
memory.
before I moved, the tickets went on
Yes.
sale, and I think I had my laptop, your
We
laptop,
all
because that was when, like, queues were first becoming a thing,
Yes.
like, when you had to
The
wait in a
queue.
queue on, like, Ticketmaster.com. So I basically had, like, 3 because basically I knew I was moving to San Francisco, so my time zone was earlier than everybody, so I said, "Let me use your laptops to get into my queue, I'll buy my tickets, and then when your time zone comes up and it's time for you to buy."
Women supporting women.
Women
Women supporting
supporting
women.
women, and can I tell
Mhm.
you, I bought 2 tickets not knowing if I'd have a friend, a boyfriend,
Did
anything
you
once I
bring
got to San
anybody with
Francisco.
you?
I did, I actually met someone through my mother, which is hilarious. But yeah, we, like, hit it off, we both loved Adele, and I was like, "Come to the concert with me," and she was like,
Yes.
"I'll buy the beer," and that was it.
Yes.
And it was
Done.
phenomenal. It was I think after the 25 her album 25, like,
Yes.
which arguably might be her best album,
I
and
can't even have that conversation. I love them all. Like, I am such an Adele stan that, like, I can't pick one. It's like I will forever so I will say this. I remember the first time I ever heard Chasing Pavements. I was a junior in high school, and I was broken up with by my boyfriend because,
oh,
when you're junior in high school, it's only so serious. And I remember and that's off her album 19, and I remember just, like, that song to this day, that song just, like, gets me. It, like, just, like, hits me in
yeah,
the feels, and watching her perform that, I recorded the entire thing, and and she had rain coming down, and it just,
yeah.
like, should I give up, or should I just keep chasing pavements even when they lead nowhere? Like, it's just like, come on.
Oh, good. So, talk about
Also, I
lyrics
hope
that
we're
hit
not going
hard.
against any kind of copywriting with these songs because 'cause we're not actually singing them, we're just the spoken word.
No! This is double A version,
This is double A.
okay? Don't sue us, we're fans,
Mm,
sue us. Yeah, that is 100% my answer. I will say, because I wanna know what your artist is, but me and, my friend, we'll call him JR,
okay.
I can tell you
Oh, I
why
know who it is.
later. Yeah. When she announced her Vegas residency, we were like, "Okay, well, we have to consider it." But by the time you especially, like, if you're living not in the West Coast
Well,
and you
right, when you
can't
have to
drive there,
travel.
flying to Vegas, hotel room in Vegas, the ticket itself was astronomical. To just eat and breathe in Vegas, whether you gamble or not, is, like, so expensive. To stay, to fly, to eat, we were like, we couldn't justify it, but I felt a little bit robbed that post-album 30, there wasn't, like, a full tour, and I think remind me, I feel like it was, like, kind of among the COVID days, so maybe that's why it was like, "We're not gonna do a full-fledged tour." I don't know, but I feel like the residency just ended, and I feel like I really am upset I missed it, but I just couldn't justify. It was more than 600, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, and I will say this, if you're gonna go see somebody in a Vegas residency, it's good. Listen, I'm not saying don't go. My parents saw Celine Dion when she was in Vegas, and can I tell you, dead ass,
Celine
my
Dion?
mother walked up Yeah, Celine Dion. My mother walked up to me after the concert and goes, "Alexis." She sang "My Heart Will Go On." I go, "No shit."
Yeah, she
I
had
was
to.
like, "She
There
had
would have
to."
been a fucking riot if she
Riots.
hadn't.
The riots. Though I am surprised when you go to concerts and they, like and the artist, like, doesn't play the callback and you're like, "You didn't" like, nothing pees me out more than when you go to a concert for an artist that just came out with an album and they only play the new stuff. It's like, "No, you gotta give me the callbacks."
Yeah. I have a couple of friends that before we go to a concert, we've been to a lot together, we, like, look up the set list.
See,
Like,
I
it's
don't wanna
weird.
know.
It's weird, like, I like to know what's coming, and then I make a playlist with just those songs, and they usually throw in, like, a special surprise
Sprinkle.
or
Yeah.
encore is, like, a new song every night. So there is that, but yeah, there's something about, like, the knowing, but yeah, I would be pissed if there was, like there's, like, a couple artists where it's like, "Oh, I have, like, a niche favorite," like, I'm willing to accept that they might not play it, but for, like, those big artists, like the Celine Dion's to not play the Heart Will Go Ons, it's like, this is blasphemy.
Blasphemy. Um,
Blasphemy.
I also wanna say this, I think it's really funny. So my husband and all his friends are Deadheads. So, like, big Dead& and Co. fans, big Grateful Dead fans. I've been to far too
Yeah.
many Dead& and Co. concerts too,
Really?
but they play double sets, so I've been to 4 concerts in my mind because
Whoa.
yeah, so we went to go see them when they were in San Francisco, and then we saw them that same summer in Fenway at the Garden. Not the
Okay.
Garden, we saw them in Fenway at the Garden. We saw them
When you
in
said
Fenway.
double set, meaning they're on stage for, like, 3 hours?
Yes.
Like, f
Yes.
wow.
And I will say this, if you know me, you know that I have a complicated relationship with John Mayer. He is an incredible musician and such a talented guitarist,
Yeah,
and I will never take that away from
you
him.
gotta separate the art from the artist.
Sometimes you do, and I'm also letting John Mayer grow and evolve, and I'm not gonna hold it against him. Also, if
He's
Andy
friends with
Cohen can
Andy
be friends,
Cohen.
that's my thing. If Andy Cohen can be
Yes!
friends with him, he's good enough for me.
How bad could he be?
Well, let's not get there. But I also don't think that he's that bad anymore. I'm gonna let it go. But
Yeah, I think
we
age
have
has humbled him.
yes, but we have friends that when they go to this concert, they study the set list. They will go like, we have friends that went to like, my husband and I only went to 1 show each time we went. We had people in our friend group that went to all of them, that went to 2 of them, and they write all the set list down, and they do the whole thing, and they know the backstory, and it's like, I
Yeah.
appreciate that. I don't wanna know. I wanna go in blind. I wanna be surprised.
No, that's fair. We need both types of people in this world. I wanna say one more thing about Hilary Duff's song "Mature."
Yes.
Again, go listen to the lyrics. Have you heard about the Leonardo DiCaprio lore?
Of how he likes little girls?
They're saying that the song is about him,
Allegedly. Let me say
allegedly.
allegedly.
They're sa they,
The they, the
the
proverbial they.
culmination of the they are
Yeah.
saying that she just, being in the Hollywood scene, maybe dated him at some point, and it
I
is
could totally
about
see it.
him, and I can't help now but think of him every time I
She is
listen to it.
totally his type.
100%. 100%. And, like,
Yeah.
there's a line about women that were my age back then, and they look like me, but younger. They look like me, but blonder. Like,
Such a
I
good
was
song.
like, yeah, 100%. But isn't there a oh, you know what? I'm thinking of the song "The Man" by Taylor Swift.
I'm not a Swiftie like that, but I'm sure I know it.
It's another honestly, very underrated. I'm not like a Swiftie, but I track, and that song in particular is such a fucking anthem, and there is a line in it about, I'll be just like Leo in Saint-Tropez, basically, like, mocking, like, men that, like, can just kinda do whatever
Yes,
the fuck they want while women have to run twice as hard to be just as good as, like, a man, but then you've got, like, fucking Leo in Saint-Tropez, like, throwing dollars and, like, nobody questions why he's angry, like, nobody questions, like, his motives or attitude and, like, the younger women that I don't know, there's a whole thing, but I just thought the
I
lore was, like,
agree.
a fun little twist on the song and, like,
I
I wanted to bring it
also
up.
think, like, not to get into the Leo DiCaprio of it all, but the double standard on men dating significantly younger women and women not being able to do the same with men, like K
Yeah.
Cav and Mark. Mark's his last name? Mark. Oh, he's so hot.
Estes?
Whatever, him,
Estes?
Hottie McHotter.
Yeah,
Like,
no longer
I
together, but
no, no longer together, but let me tell you, I hope she rode the shit out of that kid.
I think she did. I listened to her podcast, she seems
Yeah,
pretty
me
open
too.
about it.
She seemed yeah, and, like, she deserved that. Like, after dealing with what she went through with her ex, like,
Yeah,
just get it. Just get it.
100%. Yeah, I feel like Hilary Duff and Kristen Cavallari are in, like, the same, like, time of our lives where it was just,
I
like, these,
agree.
like, incredible, entertaining women, like, what a fucking millennial icon. Kristen Cavallari is actually, like, my style icon. Do I dress like her? No, but would I? Yes. Like, I think she is so stunning. I love her clothing style.
It's, like, clean.
Um,
No, wait, I meant the clean minimalist look, not I mean, obviously, she's
yeah,
clean. Well, actually, I
Yeah,
don't
I
know
think
if she's
she's
clean.
hygienic. I'm pretty sure she showers every day, but also, yeah, she's got, like, this clean look, but she also, like, sexies it up quite a bit. Like, she'll wear,
She
like,
is
a
just
little
naturally
cutout, do a little
sexy.
side boob. Like, I think she's gorgina, and,
Ashley, people like you and I can't do side boob because it'd still be offensive in 24 countries.
no, we can't, and that's why I'm like, "Listen, I might not be able to pull off what she pulls off, but it doesn't mean that she's not my style icon." And shameless plug, Uncommon James is a it's her jewelry brand. Almost all the jewelry I wear, with the exception of my wedding band and engagement ring, is Uncommon James, and I actually think
So
she is an
good.
incredibly talented designer, and I highly recommend you check it out because it's like, if you're not someone who likes, like, big, chunky, flashy jewelry, like, she does minimalist jewelry so
But she
well.
also does it like I have some statement earrings from her. When I say statement, I mean statement to her collection that are,
Right.
like, sassier, but I also am gonna say this, that Hard Feelings perfume has been my scent for the last few it's
Wait,
so good.
you
It's
have
so
it?
good.
It's that good?
Oh, I bought it sight unsmell. I
Okay,
bought
I'm
it
gonna
sight
get it.
unsmell. It's so good, and I get so many compliments on it when I get in an Uber after I've squirted on the perfume.
Yeah,
And, clarify, and
it's
they're
clear.
always like, "Oh my god, it smells so good," and I'm like, "Oh, it's" I never tell a man what it is, but I tell, like, when it's, like, a female driver, I'm like,
Yeah.
"It's Hard Feelings by KCAV."
They have this is not sponsored, obviously,
Not yet,
but
one day.
they have, like, an early Black Friday sale going on right now. I might go ahead and
You
impulse
should
buy
do it.
because
I
I've
love
been
it.
waiting and I'm like, "Yeah, but how could it be?" And, like, I'm really into perfumes lately, like,
Wait,
for whatever
what
reason.
scents do you like, though? Because well, tell me
I
what
don't
scent
know.
you don't like. Like, is there a scent that you're like, I can't do vanilla because I wore too much, Bed Bath& and sorry, not Bed Bath& and Beyond, Bath& and Body Works.
I can do a little vanilla. I like a not a pungent, but, like, a light floral. I have a perfume I love by Chloe with it has jasmine in it,
Okay,
which I
so
really love.
I think you and I have similar scent
Okay.
profiles. What I love about Hard Feelings is that date night perfume. That's like what you put on when you wanna feel like a little sexier. It's not
When
light
you
and
want him to have
airy.
a hard feeling.
You want 'em to have a hard feeling.
Sorry, that was not my best joke. I don't have a type 5 lined up for this podcast yet, but I'll work on it.
I
Fuck.
loved it.
I'm literally putting it in my Google Chrome tab so that after this, I don't forget to purchase. Can I just say one more thing that's on my chest
Yes.
because it's
Say
pertinent
it.
for the time of year? Okay, so I on TikTok, which is really like the only social channel that I scroll a ton, I keep seeing on TikTok Shop these people promoting this shirt that says, "Bad day to be a deviled egg." And it's
What?
supposed to be it's like a picture of, like, a deviled egg, and it says, like, "Bad day to be a deviled egg."
But what
Like,
does that
you
mean?
know, around, like, well, so here's what I've gathered because it
Oh,
didn't click
okay.
for me right away. You know how, like, around 4th of July, it's like, "Bad day to be a hot dog."
Yes.
Do people eat deviled eggs on Thanksgiving? I've never had I love
Well,
deviled eggs, but I've never had a deviled egg on my Thanksgiving table. Please tell me if you've heard about this.
I come from a deviled egg family. We don't have them
Okay.
on Thanksgiving, but, like, I fuck with a deviled egg on Thanksgiving. I'm not against it.
I wasn't getting it. Like, I wasn't get bad day to be a deviled egg.
I mean, it's just interesting because to me and my family, deviled egg is like an Easter, like, that's like an Easter food.
Same.
However, we eat potato salad all year long on holidays, and potato salad and deviled eggs are like you're like 50% of the way there. If you're talking about, like, mayo, mustard, some Dijon, some dill, some paprika.
Delicious. And listen, I've seen a deviled egg at a Christmas party, but
The red
people are
hat
wearing
bar.
it because Thanksgiving's coming up and they wanna sell it for Thanksgiving, and I was like, I didn't know like, mashed potatoes, stuffing, cranberry sauce, mac and cheese, like, I've never heard of, like, deviled eggs being, like, a staple in a Thanksgiving dinner. Sound off in the comments, correct me, I didn't know what it meant, and then I was like, "Okay, I think I'm starting to understand," but, like, I don't understand.
I'm gonna say this as a marketing genius, failed. Because when you talk about Thanksgiving, there's so many other sides that hit so much harder that are universal. A green bean casserole, a mashed potato, a cranberry sauce, a freaking stuffing? You're gonna go deviled eggs?
I feel like an appropriate shirt would have been like, "Bad day to be a green bean." Like, that would have made more sense to me.
Or bad day to be a turkey?
"Bad day to be a turkey." Hello, with a picture of a turkey? How cute.
Like, yeah, I
Anyway,
don't know. The deviled egg is a reach.
I just we're releasing on the eve of Thanksgiving, so I just wanted to bring that up because I don't think next week would have been appropriate.
I think we should do something really quickly because we're releasing this on the day before Thanksgiving.
We are.
What is one thing you're thankful for?
Oh,
Oh god, I did
so
this to
much.
you.
Well, I don't wanna get emotional.
I picked one.
I don't wanna get
Don't get
emotional.
emotional. Don't
You
say
know
world
what?
peace.
This is gonna sound selfish, but I am grateful for my mental fortitude.
Ooh,
There's been a
yes.
lot there's been a lot
Yes.
coming at me lately, and
I
I've
love
still
it.
gotten up every day, and I've put my big curl pants on, and I've done what I needed to do for
Fuck
myself,
yeah.
for others, and I don't know, maybe it's all the work I've put into my mental health, but I'm so
It is.
grateful for my mental strength and my ability to get to do hard things. Thank you,
I love it.
Glennon Doyle.
Yes.
What about you?
I would say the same,
Good.
but I'm also gonna say that I am thankful. I've been through a lot in the last few months, and I'm really thankful for the people that have stuck by me, even when it was difficult. They know who they are. They know who they are.
Let those people know.
I love them.
All right, everybody. If you want more daily chaos, hot takes, and semi responsible wisdom, follow us on social. Alexis is on the underscore millennial underscore matriarch. You can find me, Ashlie, at Millennial Mind of Ash on TikTok and Instagram. We're serving questionable decisions, comforting truths, and the occasional, wait, am I the drama moment? Spoiler,
Always.
yes, always yes. Until next time, drink some water, trust your gut, and remember, you're the matriarch of your own fucking castle, so you better act like it. Happy Thanksgiving. Love you. Mean it. Bye.
Bye.